Thank you very much. There's been 3 chapters that I've had the personal involvement in the evolution of retail and commerce. Starting in the late 90s, we were all founding employees of some very successful Atlanta companies, 360i, Blink, Search Ignite, etc. And the first chapter in working with retailers was to take their traditional businesses in the store and bring them through the journey to e-commerce and online. It was a very arduous journey. We learned a lot of things over a long period of time. And the second journey was social interaction. So now that you've evolved the store business to a website, you're interacting directly, two-way communication with these customers, and we've seen a plethora of startups that have targeted that space. This is the third chapter, and the earliest stage of the third and most exciting chapter that I believe is upon us, which is bringing all of these digital and virtual data experiences that we developed over the last 15 years back into the heart of the physical store where the journey started. And that's what we're seeing with evolutions like beacons and NFC, data and optimization. Now everyone's saying, how can we integrate these experiences between the physical world and the digital world? Cloudtags is a group of experts that have come from different areas around these sectors to make a solution to optimize the physical store inside the walls, just like a website, so that we know who the customer is, the products they're interested in, and what they want to buy in the future. What we learned from these companies is the most interesting and valuable data related to retail and related to optimization is not what you bought and what you've done in the past. Everything that's important is around predictive analytics. And predictive analytics has to do with stuff that you're thinking about doing in the future. If we look at physical store retail, all the data for all of these millions of people that walk in the doors today is what you've already bought. All these physical store retailers know is whether or not you actually purchased something. You could visit 10 times, spend hundreds of hours with their sales associates, and there's zero record and there's zero collection of that data. We believe our position is that data, intent data prior to purchase in the physical store, is the most valuable data in retail, and it's nearly completely uncollected. And that's the opportunity that we've been working on, is to understand who the customers are in your physical store, what they want to buy in the future at the product level, and a way to communicate with them without a coupon or discount involved. So how do we do this? Well, working with 2 PhD statisticians, Steve Stuck, who's been involved in a number of these startups in Atlanta, and Sanan Aral, and receiving funding from the Georgia Research Alliance, we built a series of algorithms that engage customers with content in the store using both mobile devices on tablets as well as your personal devices. Just to show you what I mean, we're going to play a little video. But the opportunity is that 90% of the data related to retail is still tied to physical stores. So 90% of all data and all sales for retail are still related to the physical store, 10% is online. And that's why this is an amazing opportunity for us to target. So if you just go ahead and roll the video. This is was our first luxury department store a year and a half ago, Harvey Nichols in the UK. And basically what we've been doing using beacons and NFC is a customer, without signing up, without downloading, without registering, can simply pick up a device or use their personal device, walk around the store and touch and tap the things they're interested in. So it's location-based content and analytics. As you walk around products, we serve you content of what's around you. And you can touch and tap everything in proximity that you personally have an interest in. At the end of the experience, you can optionally put in your email address to receive the collection of everything that you've looked at in the physical store. So instead of someone asking, can I have your email address, and you saying no, now the question is, you built a digital collection of everything you've seen in the store today. Would you like to receive it via email? All of the sales associates have Cloudtags badges, which means if they touch and tap the device at any time in the store and the customer buys online later, that sales associate and the store are getting credit. So basically what we've done is we've created a model where customers can come in without having to identify themselves, express their interest, they can opt in to receive the data. The retailer now knows their name, their email addresses, the products they want to buy in the future, and their cookie ID. And our platform and our data is re-engaging these customers to increase sales. So again, you can pick up a device, you interact with the products in the store, some virtual products, some physical store product, and optionally identify yourself. And it's having tremendous effect and result. We're increasing average order value by 15 to 20%, but most importantly, we're getting 30 to 50% of customers in the department store to do the experience. The comparative is, if you ask someone to download a mobile app and use it in the store in the current iteration, it's a fraction of 1%. You can ask any retailer, J. Crew, Saks. And so the biggest innovation that we've achieved is a much greater percentage of participation digitally in the physical store so that we can build the data model, which we call Nimbus, which the GRA has funded, to license to these retailers to, again, bring them into the third and most valuable chapter of the evolution of retail. Apple just announced a couple of weeks ago that all their devices have this touch and tap technology that we're talking about, which is NFC, meaning that with the iPhone 6 and the iWatch, anyone can walk into any of our clients' stores without downloading the app, touch and tap stuff that's around them, identify themselves, and be re-engaged later. We've raised just over $1,200,000 led by the Foundry Group and Brad Feld, as well as John Hallett from Hallett Capital here in Atlanta. We're starting our Series A now as a $5 million raise. We just opened up the US market 4 months ago and are working with Belk and American Signature in the US, and we have 6 clients in the UK. So thank you very much.